After a few months of uncertainty, Red Bull confirmed that Sergio Perez will replace Alex Albon from 2021. In the past, Red Bull's Max Verstappen has had to wage a lone battle against Mercedes, as his 2020 teammate Alex Albon has not been able to provide the necessary support during races from a strategic point of view. Max and Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton have now weighed in on the impact Perez will have at Red Bull as Max's teammate. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, why Perez will be better than Albon according to Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Max began by revealing his expectations from his future teammate Sergio Perez. It's always a bit difficult to fight Mercedes, and I just hope Checo will be the one, first of all, to push the whole team forward, but also keep me on my toes, which is always nice, to have a teammate pushing you. It's exciting. He then explained how it isn't about his performance, but the performance of the team. I don't think it's going to change anything to my performance, but it's more that we have a second car which is capable of being up there as well the whole race and trying to put a bit of pressure. He then pointed out how he hasn't had much support from Albon in the past year in the battle against Mercedes. Most of the time when we were quite competitive this year, I was the only car trying to beat them and trying to do something different, but they can always do the right strategy because they can cover me with one car. Lewis Hamilton agreed with Max. I think Max hit the nail on the head there. It's really been, with respect to Alex, in the races that we've had, it's been me and Valtteri against Max. He then reminisced about the time he was in a similar position. I've been in the position that Max is in once, particularly when I was at McLaren where I was the lead car and the second car wasn't in the fight. So when we were fighting against Ferrari they could play, they could really move around with the strategy and make it a lot harder for us. Hamilton then elaborated on the impact Perez will have at Red Bull. So I think naturally this makes Red Bull stronger, particularly with the way Sergio is performing. I think it's going to be an exciting battle to watch him up against Max, and that's going to make it much harder for us as a team. So we're going to have to really step up our game. He signed off by being excited about the potential battle with Red Bull in 2021. That's going to be a battle we've not seen in some time in terms of having the two drivers there fighting against us. But we relish that as a team. That's what we work towards. We love the challenge and it's going to make it that much more exciting. Fast feed. Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto has suggested that by looking at Haas driver Mick Schumacher's past experience in both F2 and F3, normally he delivers his best in the second season and not the first. He further elaborated that Mick learns a lot in the first season and becomes very strong in the second half of the second season. Therefore, Binotto thinks that 2 seasons will be important for him. Williams' George Russell has encouraged outgoing Red Bull driver Alex Albon by stating that Albon will be back. FIA President Jean Todt has chosen to award the Bahraini Marshals and the FIA Medical Intervention Team in recognition of the exceptional reaction to Romain Grosjean's accident at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has revealed there was no other driver they considered apart from Perez, and that there was only a brief discussion with Nico Hülkenberg. He, however, agrees that Nico Hülkenberg is another capable driver that should really have a seat in F1. He also confirmed there was no candidate on the junior program that was suitable. Mercedes' Valtteri Bottas feels that the competition has become stronger as a result of Perez joining Red Bull. Red Bull have confirmed that current driver Alex Albon remains an important member of the team and takes on the role of Red Bull Racing test and reserve driver. AlphaTauri's new driver Yuki Tsunoda has been chosen as the 2020 FIA Rookie of the Year. After Ineos became a shareholder in the Mercedes F1 team, the shares are now equally divided at 33% between Toto Wolff, Daimler and Ineos. Formerly, Daimler held 60%, Toto Wolff held 30%, and the late Niki Lauda held the remaining 10%. Former F1 driver Robert Dornbos has pointed out how Ineos pays top billing to enter a Formula 1 team, and that's the perfect excuse for Mercedes. He added that Daimler's big boss was not in favour of paying Hamilton so much extra. Now they have the money to pay Lewis. He further thinks that it will be a 1-year deal for Lewis if it is announced, as he feels that Mercedes would want to keep their options open for 2022. And Mercedes have announced that Toto Wolff is set to continue in his role as team principal and CEO for a further 3 years. Will Alex Albon ever be back in F1 as a full-time driver? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.